Good morning, students. Yesterday we have studied about formal organization, and today we are going to discuss second type of organization, that is informal organization. Interaction among people at a workplace gives rise to a network of social relationship. This is called as informal organization. What I am saying, interactions among people at the workplace gives rise to a network of social relationship. This is called as informal organization. Informal organization comes into the existence from the formal organization. For example, suppose in a business organization at the time of lunch, all the employees meet in the cafeteria, and at that time they gossip as well as they take their lunch. So at that time, what is going on in the cafeteria, that is the example of informal organization. So in this way you will come to know that informal organization comes into the existence from the formal organization itself because of the social relationship. So class, here the meaning is over. Now we are moving towards features of informal organizations. So let's see features of informal organizations. First feature, informal organizations originates from within formal organization as a result of social interaction. The same point which we have discussed just now, that informal organization originates from the formal organization because of the social relationships, social interaction. Okay, now the second feature is it emerges spontaneously. It means that informal organization is created. It comes into the existence spontaneously, not deliberately. Like formal organization is created deliberately by the management, but it is not created deliberately. It comes into the existence spontaneously. People who are having same interest, ideas, they are attracted towards each other and they come into the friendship. In this way, informal organization is created. Next is standards of behavior evolve from group norms. In case of informal organization, standard of behavior of people are evolved from group norms. There are some norms of the group. According to such norms, behavior of the people is decided. But there is no official rules and regulation. Only group norms are there. Next is informal organization is not having any definite structure because it is having a complex network of social relationships only, no definite structure. So students, these are the features of informal organization. Now we are moving towards the advantages of informal organization. So see the first advantage, faster spread of information. Students, see, there is no official channel of information. There is no scalar chain. Informations are communicated, messages are communicated in every direction. In this way, there is faster spread of information. There is no rule regulation that message will be communicated in written form. Such type of things are not here. Any message can be communicated anywhere in any direction orally. So in this way there is faster spread of information. See the second advantage, fulfills social needs. Informal organization fulfills social needs of the employees. Employees are working in a formal organization. They are working according to the rules and regulations of the organization. But with the help of informal organization, their social needs are fulfilled and they are able to interact with others. They are able to express their feelings with their friends. Next is it fills inadequacies of formal structure. there are some inadequacies of the formal structure. Inadequacies, or you can say limitations of the formal structure. Such inadequacies or such limitations are removed with the help of informal organization. Take an example. Manager, with the help of informal organization, can come to know about the employees' reactions on the organization's rules, regulations, plans, policies. So in this way, through informal organization, they come to know reactions of employees. In this way, the inadequacies of formal organization are fulfilled through informal organizations. So students, now we'll discuss disadvantages of informal organizations. So see, the first disadvantage, spread rumors. Rumors means wrong information. So this is the biggest disadvantage of informal organizations, that informal organizations creates rumors, and the nature of these rumors complex, that nobody comes to know from where the rumors have created and up to where they will go. So this is the biggest disadvantage of informal organizations. Now the second disadvantage is resistance to change. Yes students, it is very difficult for a business organization to implement the changes if informal groups are opposing the changes. If informal groups are against the changes, then it is very difficult for the management to implement changes in that very business organization. The third disadvantage of informal organizations is priority to group norms. The informal organization members gives more priority to their group norms, and sometimes it leads to losses to the business organizations. Take an example. Suppose in an informal organization, members have decided that they will not produce more than 20 units. Then everybody in the informal organization will produce only 20 units. Even some of the employees who are having a capability to produce more units than 20, they will not even produce more than 20 units. So in this way, it results in losses to the business organization. So there are different disadvantages also of the informal organization. So class, here your topic of informal organization is going to be ended. And I hope the topic is clear to everyone, because the topic is very simple as well as interesting. So there are two forms of organizations. First is formal, that is totally based on the formalities, rules and regulation. Second is informal, where there are no rules and regulation, that is totally based on social interaction among people. So class, if you have any doubt on this topic, you can discuss to me, and the topic is over here. Thank you students.